look, I'm also gonna warn you before I even like. I only picked the most random photos out of anything else. Like, I just went on Google, searched up cursed locomotives, and just selected the most random
Yeah.
shit. Oh, never mind.
Okay, I'm getting surrounded by Dodges right now.
Oh no, because it is time finally. Because I finally got this stupid thing to work. Whew.
Oh
Cursed
my!
locomotives.
Now
Cursed.
we got road work in front of me. They're doing like a U-turn. I don't know what it is, but good God,
On to the first monstrosity. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna start off with this one purely because this is how I think of Mallard. Every single time I look at Mallard, this is how I picture her in my head. It's just
God, that thing is fun.
my biased opinion on my biased hate on Mallard. Listen, for anyone watching, that thing downhill doesn't count as a speed record. You gotta be
Yeah,
kidding me. I mean, if the Penzi S1 was able to go 150 and no one bothered to be like, hey, shouldn't we, like, actually test how fast this thing can go? No one thought to do that. It's like,
exactly.
it's
I
just,
mean, there was a dude that I think his channel name is Streamline Steam Locomotives. His video says, "Oh, this the S1 at 150 miles an hour." I'm like, what?
I mean, look, well, I don't count that as a verified source. I count History in the Dark as a verified source. And you could argue
Yeah,
content creators are not verified sources. Like, History in the Dark is an exception, though. Because
yeah. I mean,
he gets his info. He makes sure he gets everything right.
right. I mean, he has his info and he knows what he's talking about since he looked up the information about it.
Yeah.
And this dude comes along and says, "You know what? The S1 did 180 miles an hour." I'm like, "Are you shitting me?"
Okay, 180. That's just pushing it. That's just pushing it. Even for the S1 and the T1, that's pushing it right there.
Yeah.
I couldn't see any. I couldn't look. My personal opinion. I could not see a singular steam locomotive go anything above 150. Yeah, watch
Yeah.
5550. Watch 5550 defy my expectations. Also,
It just
okay, I'm gonna send this. Jesse broke into the 7-Eleven.
Oh, the only reason I was interested in that is because I thought it was a Guilford Rail GB40 and a chest. It says Chesty on it.
It said
That's
BNSF.
all I
It
was
said
thinking about.
BNSF, and I'm like, that ain't BNSF by a long shot. The only similarities is color scheme.
Yeah. No,
But
it says Chesty on the front. It says Chesty on the side.
yeah, it's missing the logo though. Is really the major issue. This next one is very relatable to the current modern age where AI is taking over everything. Yeah, let's just say I got to a 52 class.
Just put AI on there. Just refade the entire thing. It's all gray now, and there's no red valve or anything.
And I don't even think that's in Germany. I could be mistaken, but then again, that tank engine though, maybe.
I mean, LN told me that Norwegian Railways bought a few BR-52s.
Maybe that's
That.
where maybe that's what it is. Maybe I ought to send that to them, see what they.
Maybe.
And now we stay while staying on the topic of AI. Here's this monstrosity. Instead of Western Pacific, I'm like, are you sure about that? You may have put the sand as the terrain, but I don't think the rest is there.
Yeah.
You
The
know what
cab
that
to me was like the other end of an Alco, like the rear end of an Alco. I'm like, what is that?
the only problem, the rear end of Alcos don't have windows. I mean, they got like the weird indents where the number boards are, but that's literally it.
Yeah.
There was no difference in terms of aesthetics.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing I'm questioning about it is why is there smoke coming from like 2,000 miles away?
Do you think this thing started a brush fire? You think that,
It
like,
looks like,
judging how big
or
this thing
or
is, I would suggest that it did destroy. Here's what I think happened. I think it destroyed the rails, blew off a gasket, and it went 2,000 feet away, and then just made something explode.
exactly. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Because I'm like, it doesn't look right. Why is it burning in the back?
The magic F40 PH.
You know, I could see that something somewhat happening. I mean, granted, probably wouldn't even work.
I mean, look, it'd be good for like a camper or something. Like you convert a school bus into a camper or some shit. You know, like how
I've
the
seen
TV
that.
shows used to do it. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
It just converted F40 PA. Just take everything off of it and then just turn it into a bus.
Well, either that or better yet, take an F40 PH from Caltrain and gut it. Gut it, put all the parts in the storage, and then
Granted.
turn that into a small home in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the
Yeah.
Montana forest or some shit like that. I mean, hey,
Out, yeah.
that'd be
Out in the
something I
forest,
do.
literally nowhere. You're just walking, minding your own business, taking a hike, and then you see this freaking F40 PH like stripped to its frame, and then you're like, how did this get here? You're like, where did this come from?
Yeah. Also, this. Okay, now we're really starting to get into cursed territory, and I hate to do this to you, considering you're the SP foamer, but
SPGS doing NNW. Oh my gosh.
okay, the unit. Okay, let's be fair to this thing. The Union Pacific one does not look that bad.
It does not, honestly. I mean, my friend did one in like Rio Grande pinstriping. I'm like, that doesn't look bad.
See, like with colors like gray, yellow, like the yellow scale and the gray scale, those two work well. But then when you start adding the red and then when you start adding the red in there, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, worth it? No.
Yeah, it's like, is this supposed to be looking right? Nah, we'll just keep it.
All right, this next one
And
is
I swear
purely
that,
when this is when I think we can all relate to this at some point because we have all been to a railroad museum where we see paintings of trains somewhere on the wall, all either all over the place or somewhere within the railroad museum. This
yeah,
this looks so bad. Not because of the scene liner. In fact, I actually love like the main. Okay, I guess the main thing, the pilot is like it's like it looks like it's connected to the like that's not normal.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't look normal.
Like
I tell you right now, that does look like something off of like my local railroad museum. They have paintings like that, but they don't look like paintings.
right, dude. Imagine if any of the
They do
sea
have
liners were saved.
fancy
That would have
stuff.
been awesome. Now is time for. Oh wait, I have this tiny Irish thing. This little tiny Irish thing, or at least I think it was it's, it's literally slapped together in the most literal sense, and it worked for 50
That is
years.
tiny. Funny enough, I'm just passing RJ Corman's headquarters just now.
This isn't so much cursed, more so. Well, I guess you could call it cursed because my thought process when I first saw this was, did they seriously just light a fire and lift the smoke box door? Why?
It looks like to me, it looks like it's leaning down.
Is it?
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's leaning down by like 3 degrees or something. I have no idea.
I cannot tell either. It is like, although if there really is a fire in that boiler, first of all,
Close the smoke.
bruh, hold on. All right, this next one, uh, it I don't even know what to call that thing.
I don't either. What?
I don't know. You just mix the Shinkens into the rail car. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know. I mean,
whether it's a real
whether
it's a real thing or not is beyond me. But either way, Although I hate to inform you, we are about to get into some mad science with this next one. The mad science.
Yeah.
Like, oh my, like, dude, I first saw this and I'm like, none of these are gonna work. Whoever thought of them,
What
they
in
were
the?
like, like, look, the
I
one in the
just
bottom,
noticed a lot.
the one in the bottom right
I
in
just noticed
particular,
one on the bottom. Oh my god.
that's like following the direction of the home and horror in
Oh
terms of
great, and
drive.
NF Manifest just went under me. Great.
Oh, I'm still questioning this water fountain thing on the top left. Why would you do that? Why would you? What's the point of a water fountain? What?
Now back in the early 1830s, it's like let's just have a water fountain to make it more quote unquote fancy, and it doesn't work.
It
Makes it
doesn't.
more top,
It
makes it more
doesn't.
top heavy. That's what it does.
Like the one in the very middle though. I'd like to like the most practical one out of all of these. I'm going to admit is the one on the very top right and the one in the very middle with the two giant wheels.
Yeah.
Those are like
I
the
mean,
only
the one,
two that I can see working.
the one on the middle and right, the one on the right in the middle. I like. Why is the boiler so damn high?
I don't. Well, not only that, but why is the valve gear not actually? That valve gear is not. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. It looks like the rods are connected to. What is the point of that? Like, what benefit does that
I just
give?
noticed the tender on that end.
All right.
I just noticed.
Huh?
What? I just noticed the tender on that thing we just talked about. What the hell? It's just a two truck tender. It's just a two axle tender.
Yeah. Honestly, the one on the bottom left just looks like some war machine.
Yeah, I mean it looks the bottom right one. It just looks like someone just slapped like 25 million bills in it.
All right, so we're familiar with the Union Pacific Tiger unit, right?
Yes, the beast.
I also found a certain Amtrak locomotive painted in Conrail.
Yeah, don't tell me.
E60.
Oh.
Conrail E60. I think it's an E60.
Yeah,
Look,
it looks like the rear end was cut off. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, but also on the other hand, it's like it'll do way better than the passenger version ever will, because they were meant for freight units. They were meant to be freight units, and then they just go like, oh yeah, we did major stability issues 101.
Yeah.
And speaking of stability, I don't think this thing.
If that was real, I'd be like, how in the hell did you get this to work?
Well, this made me think of that one DDA-40X.
That DDA-40X plane, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what this thing reminded me of. I'm like, oh my god, that's too funny for me to ignore.
I mean, in concept, the only thing it needs is like that big rear stabilizer at the back, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
That would be perfect.
I may have unintentionally saved the worst for last. Well, goodbye to my soul after this one.
Goodbye to my soul.
Goodbye to my soul. It is time for the final Bombardier bullshit. I only say that for the I say that for the jokes, because these are the last four. If one of them is the worst out of all of them, I'm going to warn you. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I did any of this.
Oh, trust me, I've seen some weird first engines. Very weird. Not as weird as these though.
Oh, dude, it's gonna get. This is the final blow. It's gonna get worse.
Is that a CSX SD40? Is a
I don't know. I just saw it and look. When I saw it, I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
no idea what to call that damn thing. That is ugly.
No, you know what you do? No, you want to know what to call it? Hellspawn. Also, New Haven E60. But I.
I noticed that, and I was like, that doesn't look bad.
It
So
doesn't
what?
look bad. The only. Also, can we just like this next one? I like the color scheme, but my biggest issue. Why one? Well, actually, no. I'm gonna list a few things. One, why is there two cabs? Two, why does it look like it slammed into a brick wall 5,000 times? Three, why
Yeah,
did
that's
someone
what
just decide to go ham on the graffiti? I
I
mean,
just noticed. Why does it look like it has three couplers on it?
oh my god, you're right. There's no there's like, how are you supposed to do
How,
multiple unit operation with that thing? That's just like no.
I'm
Oh wait a minute,
how
wait.
would that?
This
If that was
yellow
even real,
engine,
how would that even work?
I don't know, but I do know one other thing. Another country has stolen 2100's road number. We got identity theft. We got an identity theft.
Yeah, exactly.
Identity theft 101.
Australia's stealing 2100. We have to go steal it back.
Oh my god. Yeah, go steal like the fourth, like the prototype T